Sloppy ball, he was lucky to get away with that. Here's Roy. Oh, it's a brilliant run by Brian Roy, and that's a free kick. No question about that. Foul by Gary Mabbutt. And Brian Roy's superb close control here forced Mabbutt into this rather rash challenge. He just left him for dead with a little bit of trickery. Well, they'll miss Stuart Pearce here. This is well within range for him. And I bet he wishes he was out there now having a pot shot at Ian Walker in the Spurs goal. Could be Ian Wone instead. He's facing the camera. And he it is who hits it. And they didn't need Stuart Pearce. 3.5 minutes gone. And Ian Wone has scored a beauty. Walker holds his hands up and says, what can I do about that? And frankly, he's right. There was nothing any goalkeeper could have done about that. The wall broke and Walker was given no hope. Free kick headed across goal, and there's the equaliser. Chris Armstrong in the 8th minute brings Tottenham level. A brilliantly worked free kick by Spurs. Chipped up by Calderwood. And despite the pressure, Sheringham got the header right into the danger area, and Armstrong did the rest. It wasn't easy by any means for Sheringham to win that ball, nor was it easy for Armstrong to find the corner of the net. But they both did their job superbly. And it looks like we've got some tie on our hands here. This is Wilson. Sets it up for Dazelle. Not a bad effort at all. Had the curiosity, Jason Dazelle, of being shown a yellow card in the first game. And although the match was abandoned, unbelievably, the booking must stand, and he is now close to a suspension because of that. Rosenthal holding off the defender and doing well to find Campbell. Danger for Forest here. It's in. He's done it again. Armstrong. "28 minutes gone, and Spurs from a goal down have gone a goal in front." Great play by Rosenthal and a superb cross from Campbell. Mark Crossley, though, will be concerned about the part he played in this goal. He really ought to have done better here, I think. He caught the ball and then dropped it, and Armstrong does not miss chances like those. Armstrong looking for a hat-trick now. He's doing brilliantly. What a run! Oh! Well, if he'd scored then, that would have been a contender for one of the goals of the season. A magnificent run by Chris Armstrong from the halfway line. There he was, picking the ball up just inside the Forest half. Took on, had the strength and pace to shake off Bart Williams. Kept going and almost found the far corner of the goal. And it looks like Cooper's injury is more serious than we thought, and he's having to go off. Now that's a massive blow to Nottingham Forest. He really is a key man for them. And Alf Inge Haaland, the Norwegian international, is already on in his place. And he almost came on in time to see a third goal. That looked a dangerous kick at the loose ball, and Crossley has got a very sore head. But it's all happening here. Cooper off, Haaland on, and before he could get a touch of the ball, he might well have found his side 2 goals behind. Gemmell on the line, just managing to touch it away, and that was brave goalkeeping indeed by Crossley. Towering header by Sheringham, and he went for the rebound. and just caught Crossley in the face. I'm not entirely certain that Sheringham was really entitled to go for that. Seemed to me that with the bodies in front of him, that was a dangerous thing to do by Teddy Sheringham. Gemmell. One takes over again, and that's a great little ball, and Gemmell found the goal, surely at his mercy then, but couldn't get the ball under control. A beautiful ball by Wone, lifted over the top. And if Gemmell's first touch had been better here, they might have been level. Brilliant touch on for Ruel Fox. He's got inside Phillips here. There's an inviting ball. It could be the hat-trick. It should have been. Chris Armstrong could have had 3 goals even before the half-time whistle. Ruel Fox doing brilliantly from that fantastic touch on by Armstrong himself, in fact. And Armstrong just kept going into the penalty area. Fox knew he'd be there and picked him out beautifully. And in a way, that was as easy as either of the previous chances he scored from. Here's Ian Wone for Nottingham Forest, and they're backing away dangerously, and he sets it up for Stone. That could have been the equaliser. Steve Stone shakes his head in dismay. He knows that that was a golden opportunity to give Forest a marvellous psychological boost just before the interval. Wone set him up brilliantly. We've got to credit Walker, though, for cutting down the space so well and making that catch. Here's Des Little. That's a lovely ball. Gemmell. Inside to Stone. Oh, tremendous save! Again for Tottenham. That really was a brilliant piece of goalkeeping. And Forest believe they can get back into this game now. Little with the shot. He's not perhaps the man to get them back into it, though. He's only ever scored a couple of goals in his entire career for Forest. But this was the moment it looked as though Forest were going to get back into this game. Campbell's shot turned away by Walker, and he almost prodded it straight into the path of Brian Roy. And it was a wonderful reaction instinctively by Walker. Fallen for Forest, leaves it to Bart Williams. Now Des Little. Stone has Clive Wilson right behind him. He's been there most of the night, but he's lost him brilliantly, and that's a foul by Rosenthal. He's got to be in trouble here, Rosenthal. There's a card coming for sure. What colour? Looks like yellow, to his relief. Cynical foul. Now the Israeli international. He becomes the 4th Tottenham player now to be cautioned. Rosenthal, Gazelle, Sheringham and Armstrong. And there could be further problems for Tottenham from the free kick, of course. Wone might fancy having a pop at this. He can get a real curl on the ball from there, and does so brilliantly! What a fantastic goal by Ian Wone! 72 minutes gone, and Ian Wone produces another magical free kick. Well, I said he'd think about having a pop, but I didn't expect it to be quite as spectacular as that. Tremendous goal, his 2nd of the game from a free kick by Ian Wone. And Forest are deservedly, I think, in the second half level. And even the magnificent Ian Walker couldn't keep that one out. Bart Williams swinging it in, there's a good header. And who would it be but Ian Wone? And heading is not exactly one of his greatest strengths. Suddenly arrives in space on the edge of the area. Forest throwing a lot of players forward now. Gemmell. No offside as Campbell goes in, and that'll be a corner. Spurs felt they should have had an offside decision. Just 2 minutes on the watch now as Rosenthal goes forward for Spurs. Couldn't quite deliver it to Rule Fox. And a huge kick downfield, and suddenly Walker had to come and claim it right on the edge of his own area. Good work again by the Spurs keeper. And at the other end, suddenly there's a problem for Crossley. Came out of nothing, and Sheringham might have snatched a winner there right